Yeah, well, the Isle of Man flag obviously goes back hundreds of years, and in Latin, the motto means whichever way you throw me, I will stand. So it's all about the island's independence, and it's known as a Triskelion.
It's a bit unknown. The place is a bit mystical. It's kind of, betwixt all these kingdoms and a kingdom in itself.
On a clear day, you can see England, Ireland, Scotland, Wales, then the kingdom of the Isle of Man. And then there's another couple which we claim, which is heaven and earth, the kingdoms of those. So there's 7 kingdoms in total.
How can you do an extreme triathlon here? It's this tiny spot of land. You have to come here to understand. And when you've been here and you realise how different it is, how incredible it is, how mountainous it is in this small space, then it makes sense.
I think when you come from England or Ireland on the boat into Douglas Harbour, you have been on the boat a little while. There's a real sense of arrival.
Well, it's an adventure, isn't it? And again, that's one of the things we look for in locations is a journey to get there, and you have to make a journey to get here. It's an exciting place to go because it's an island, so it makes it a little bit unique.
Absolutely nothing. I haven't heard of the existence of Isle of Man before signing up for this race. After signing up, talking to my Danish friends, say, I'm going to Isle of Man. Oh, have you started motorcycling? So I figured out there was some kind of a TT race over here. People saying triathlon is crazy. The motorcycle races are crazy, I think.
We also look for sense of community, the ability to integrate with the local community and integrate with the local culture. The Isle of Man has that in spades.
Most of my life, yeah. Born and bred. Yeah, Manx as they come. Yeah, I've actually got a Danish guy staying at my house. Last year, I know how when you go away to an event and you don't know anyone, it's quite tough. So we are at a bit of an advantage. So trying to help out some of the travelling athletes. But it'd be nice to just wake up and 2-minute walk to T1 is quite a nice feeling.
And this morning a local guy told me that tomorrow there's the weird weather system that's landing basically above the Isle of Man, if you look at the weather charts, for the time of the swim of the race. And only that. And it's a really tiny localised weather system that only sits above the Isle of Man. And a local guy told me that was the god of the Isle looking over us and not quite sure if he likes us yet, so he's going to give us a storm for our first event.
Here is the shipping forecast issued by the Met Office on behalf of the Maritime and Coast Guard Agency at 0015. There are warnings of gales in Humber, Thames, Shannon, Rockall, Malin, Hebrides, Bailey, Fair Isle, Faroes and South East Iceland. The general synopsis at 1800. New low expected Belgium 1005 by 1800 Sunday. The area forecast for the next 24 hours.
We've got a situation where the northeasterly wind is pushing waves into the bay.
Isle of Man. West or northwest 5 or 6, veering north or northeast 3 or 4, then veering 6 to gale 8 later. Rain at times, good, occasionally moderate or poor.
Okay folks, good morning, welcome to sunny Laxey. So you may have noticed the weather conditions are some way short of perfect. I'll cut to the chase. We've made a tough decision. There is no swim today. So we've sadly had to cancel the swim at Manx Xtreme. The weather conditions are poor. There's a northeasterly rattling into the bay at force 7, which has meant that the breakers are really big out there. It's just not safe. Bike and run are very much still on. You don't get away with it that easily. Sorry.
Let's start. Here we go.
We will start from here, from the bike mount line, as a time trial start. They'll be at 30-second intervals and we'll go in numerical order.
2, 1, let's go. Enjoy.
Cycling in general is tough over on the island. There's not many flat roads, it's always up and down. Combine that with wind and rain, you know, it's a tough day out. You'll know about it when you come off the bike. I think finishing the bike is an achievement in itself.
Yeah, I just had totally underestimated how hard they were, plus all the other little ups and downs on the road on the way. It was just definitely the toughest bike course I've ever done.
This incredible kind of edge of the world shingle beach that just seems to stretch onto the horizon. We can see Scotland from there, we can see Ireland from there. The run begins there and comes down the beach on pebbles and shingle and sand. This is no easy introduction.
But I think they're going to enjoy it because it's something different. It's not, I don't think anywhere else has got anything like that.
And then the climbing really begins. Initially they climb up onto the North Barrule Ridge. It's rough, it's wild, it's slippy, it's rocky, it's steep. Along the ridge with kind of awesome views to the east and to the west. But then they suddenly come back down again, pretty much back down to sea level. It's a cruel, cruel course. They climb through T2A, which is the iconic Laxey Wheel, and then the final ascent to the summit of Snaefell. It comes in parts, it's steep, it's flatter, it's steep, it's flatter, but it just goes up and up and up.
So yeah, tough day out.
Today, and then the conditions, anyone that finishes, full credit to them, you know, they've done a cracking job.